Hello, welcome to Nomis Academy. In this video, we are going to be looking at basic geometric theorems, and then we are going to learn how to use Theorem 4 to solve problems under geometry. In the previous class, we were able to state Theorem 4 and also prove. Okay, but in this video, we are going to pick some problem and apply the theorem to the problem to give us a final result. So let's pick the first example. Example 1. It says, what is the sum? The sum of the interior angles of a dodecagon. Okay, the question says, what is the sum of the interior angles of a dodecagon? Now, dodecagon is a polygon with 12 sides. Now, the question is requiring we find the sum of the interior angles. So let's do that. So if you remember in the previous video, we were able to state theorem 4. It says that the sum of any convex or the internal angle of any convex polygon is n minus 2 multiplied by 180 degrees. So what we need to do, we're going to be using this idea to find the sum of angles of this polygon. Now this polygon has 12 sides, so meaning that n is equal to 12. So we are going to slot in n in the formula and then use it to find the sum of its internal angles. So now let's do that. So that will be n is 12, right? 12 minus 2 multiplied by 180 degrees. So 12 minus 2 is 10 times 180 degrees. And that will be 10 times 180 is 1800 degrees. So the sum of the internal angles or the interior angles of the dodecagon is 1880 degrees. Let's pick another example. Example 2. It says one of the angles of an octagon is 156 degrees. Find the values of the other angles if they are equal. Solution. All right, we have a problem on the board to solve. So let's begin with explaining the question so that we can get it proper. We say one of the angles of an octagon is 156 degrees. Find the values of the other angles if they are equal. So with the statement, we can understand that this polygon is not a regular polygon. The polygon is an irregular polygon. An irregular polygon is a polygon whose angles are different. They are not equal. But with the understanding of the question, only this angle is different from the other angles. They say find the values of the other angles if they are equal. All right, so let's do that. Now the first angle is 156 degrees. And then the other angles, the remaining 7 angles are equal. So we say let the other angles be x. Since they are equal, let it be x. So remember, sum of angles in an octagon. We have 156 degrees plus the remaining 7 angles, 7x, that is 7 multiplied by x, that will give us the sum of the interior angles, which is n minus 2 multiplied by 180 degrees. Of course, we know what n stands for. Octagon is a polygon with 8 sides. So 156 degree plus 7x equal to, we slot in 8. Octagon have 8 sides, 8 minus 2 multiplied by 180 degrees. So here we have 156 degree plus 70 or 7x equal to, this is 6 multiplied by 180 degrees. Here we have 156 degrees plus 7x multiplied by 180 will give us 1080 degrees. Okay, let's move to the other side. We have move 156 to the other side, it becomes 7x equal to 1080 degrees minus 156 degrees. So 7x is equal to 1080 minus 156. That will give us 924 degrees. Now divide both sides by 7. Divide both sides by 7. When you divide both sides by 7, x is equal to 132 degrees. So the value of x is 132 degrees. So you can see that the other angle given to us was 156, while the rest angle is 132. So they are different angles. It shows that the octagon is an irregular polygon. So let's pick the last example. Let's pick the last example, and then okay, we have example 3. We have a diagram, a pentagon like this. Okay, and then this side is 2x, this side is 2x, this side is x, here is x, while this angle is 108 degrees. Now we are asked to find x. Find the value of x. You have to find the value of x. To do that, of course, you remember that the sum of the interior angle is equal to n minus 2 multiplied by 180. So let's do that. We have x plus 2x plus 2x plus 108 degrees is equal to n minus 2 multiplied by 180 degrees. So the whole of this will give me 6x plus 108 degrees equal to, remember this is a pentagon, 5 sides. So we slot in 5 here. That will be 5 minus 2 multiplied by 180. So here we have 6x plus 108 degrees equal to 3 times 180 degrees. 6x plus 108 degrees is equal to, this will give us 540 degrees. Okay, now we have 6x, move this to the other side, we have 540 degrees minus 108 degrees. Okay, let's move to the other side of the board. Alright, so 6x is equal to, now let's subtract. When we subtract this, and that will be equal to 432 degrees. Now divide both sides by 6. When you divide both sides by 6, x is equal to 72 degrees. So that is the value of x. So you can see it is very much easy to apply the theorem to solve geometrical problem, and then you get the final result. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.